Ramiro is one of the best workers we have in the company.
I met Ramiro Salazar on a Monday meeting 2 years ago at the very start of the company. He's always a pleasure to work around. He always has a positive attitude. He works hard, and he's pleasant.
I did the field trial with Nancy. I remember it was very funny, you know. We were at this customer and there was a Japanese maple. You know how Japanese maple are all very expensive and very delicate. And I remember Nancy looking at me like, well, you really want him to do a field trial with this Japanese maple? We gave him more tools and I go, okay, you say you have experience in pruning, go at it. Tell us how you can prune this. And I see Nancy going like, oh, this is about a $1,500 tree that we can literally kill it. And Ramiro just went out of it, you know? And he was just doing this thing. At the end, I remember he was like, do I pass? And I go, yeah, you pass. And that was it. We hired him as a pruner. He was he's been very dedicated. He loves ezhome, you know. He's a family guy. He likes to play soccer. He gets along very well with everybody.
Ramiro has been with ezhome for a bit over 2 years, and is, after Abel, Fernando Fernandez, and Marcel, probably our most senior employee. Ramiro is our pruning expert, and no project is too big for him. Ramiro has made many customers very happy. Besides being our pruning specialist, Ramiro has been running a maintenance route when needed, and is talented in many areas, from aeration, fence restoration, pressure washing, to mulching. You name it, he can do it. His co-workers know him for someone who will always be there to help out, and someone who takes pride in his work. Born and raised in San Jose, he and Sonia still live in San Jose with their 2 kids, Yuvi and Isa. His favorite trees are the Japanese maple and the magnolia tree. Ramiro has an appreciation for good food and loves Chinese, in particular fried rice. He is an excellent cook himself, and has even considered going to culinary school at one point. He enjoys a cold Pepsi or a Victoria beer. Soccer has always been Ramiro's passion. He has been motivating our ezhome soccer team, and no matter how big our losses, he never stopped being positive and believing that we would be able to win.
I've been with ezhome for 2 years now. Well, I started off with pruning. I did gardening. I did a little bit of aeration, mulching, gutter cleaning, and on. It goes on. The list goes on. One of my favorite is pruning. I've been pruning for about at least 6-7 years. The first thing I had to learn was probably the patience to be able to, you know, detail a tree. Patience goes a long way with pruning because you actually have to like doing it. Some of these pruning jobs take up to hours, and if you don't like doing the work, you can either get stressed out or you can potentially damage the tree. I like the aesthetics part of pruning, and I like the needs also. The needs is number one. I like pruning trees because I like to better them, help them grow throughout the season. For aesthetics, I like to detail, and I like structuring trees. I like giving them airflow, you know. You have to have patience. You have to like it, and a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. So I got introduced to pruning when I applied for the gardening company here in San Jose. When I first applied for that company, my first daughter was about to be born. and this man offered me a job, and he took me to this first house, and he introduced me to rose pruning. And from rose pruning, that's where it all started. Yes, he was really patient. He was the type of person that went into detail and showed you step by step. He also introduced me to the tools, like all the tips that I need for pruning. Well, when I was working for the gardening company, it was usually just bushes, small trees, fruit trees, and roses. But after that, I joined an arborist company, which was from Los Gatos. It's called Urban Tree Management, and I worked there for 3 years. That's when I got introduced to big tree pruning. They look at me kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes most of the customers do, have knowledge on trees. One thing I like most about my job is the company I work for, except for us to go out and manage our own routes and to better ourselves each day and to learn new things every day. That's what I like about this company.